Howdy goons, keeping this video shrimple. I don't know what to make today and I'm a little sick. I went to the Lorwyn Magic the Gathering pre-release and I'm a little sick because some grown men still don't know that you shouldn't go to an event while sick because you'll get others sick. Thankfully I planned a bit ahead and I've been macrodosing vitamin C for the past week in anticipation. Both ends. Had a good time and it was a nice distraction because I've been dealing with some other annoying nerds of a different sort. Normally I feel most people would ignore this sort of thing and just move on, but I want to be an evil overlord if I didn't choose the evil dialogue option every now and then. After my recent bullet points review on Reddit about the Ayaneo Pocket Air Mini, I was accused of being paid off by Ayn to say mean things. Others accused me of being a brand loyalist. I'll get into why these are stupid, but the bullet points are text reviews where I break everything down into just the bullet points. It's not a script, and it's not long like my videos. It's more like the notes I write before I make a script. It's short and easier for the people who are reading it. But there's always these people who don't like to read, so it's weird that they're on the internet, especially on text-based sites like Reddit, when they hate reading anything more than just the title. I miss the dark ages when humans were illiterate because they were poor. The title is your usual YouTuber clickbait. It's my own fault. It's a bit of a habit after a while. I said in the title, it's an awesome device. Unfortunately, it's made by Ayaneo. My previous bullet points review about the Pocket Pixel 2 has the title, They Say the Third Time's a Charm, implying that the V2 isn't good and maybe they'll get it right on the third one. But I forgot. People actually care about Ayaneo and what they're doing, and that people who accuse you of one thing are often projecting. I'm a brand loyalist and a shill, so they're probably a loyalist too to Ayaneo. Being an Ayaneo fan? Talk about a humiliation kink. Do I love to pay people to make me miserable and give me a terrible experience? Yes, I do. Her name is Tiffany, and we both frequent the same dominatrix club, so neither of us are without sin here. The thing that mostly bugs me is if I get something for free for review, I'm accused of having a bias. I've only received games for free this far, and none of them have been on this channel. I used to be a writer, so it's pretty normal for me to get free junk. But if I pay for a device and I don't like it, I have to be a shill or a hater, because no one would pay for something that they don't like. Yeah, dude, I totally spent $100 just to hate something. Again, I have a dominatrix for this. Love you, Tiffany. I don't need to pay a company for it. I think if anything makes you more biased, it's paying for the product. You just spend a bunch of money, and if you admit that it's not perfect, then you'd be admitting that you were wrong about something or made a mistake, which on the internet, you may as well have been recorded being mean to a service worker. It's practically a war crime. You're all familiar with the sunk cost fallacy, I'm sure. If you're not, the more you spend resources on something, the more likely you are to stick with it, even when switching would prove more beneficial. It's kind of like that. When you receive a product for free, there is none of that sort of bias, just the fear that you'll never get another game from that company again. So reviewers will often soften their punches. I'm not Russ from Retro Game Corps, so I don't have that man's beautiful voice where negative things I say sound pleasant. Dude could tell me I smell like an outhouse and it would still sound like a compliment, and I would thank him for it. But again, nothing I've reviewed on this channel has been a product sent to me by a company. You know how? We're legally required to disclose it. It's an FTC violation not to. And yeah, I know, the person playing ROMs of dubious sourcing, caring about the law, truly they are a jester of the highest degree. But nah, dude, this is the serious, illegal kind of junk, like fines and stuff. I'm not even monetized. I can't afford a fine. There is that too, of course. I have less than 1,000 subs. There's no way Ayn would pay me for my opinion. I have no social presence, so why would they care about my opinion? Why do anyone care about my opinion? I just act like I do because you gotta fake it till you make it. I act like I'm famous so that maybe one day I can pay my bills. Dress for the job you want, not what you got. You all get it. But none of my long form videos have broke 10K besides the RetroSnap video, which fuck them, those are some real serious scammers. They shut down their store and deleted their email to make getting refunds harder. Anyway, if a person accepts a product or money in exchange for video, they are legally required to disclose that information in the video and with the paid video warning that usually appears at the top left. None of my videos have that. Now, I also got accused of nitpicking, which is fair. I do that. But I do that with every company and their device. Ambernick didn't send me a mansion and a pony that I named Buttercup just to be mean to a company who can defend itself and doesn't need droves of grown men standing up for them. Shh, 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 shh. Quiet, Buttercup. Nim Nim is trying to make a video, sweetheart. Ignore that. Ambernick didn't give me Buttercup, I stole her. I deserve nice things even if I can't afford them, like ponies. Anyway, they didn't pay me to be mean to Ayaneo. I paid Ayaneo to be mean to them. It's very interesting for me to be the humiliator for once. Tiffany would be so proud. We call that a character development arc. I'm an equal opportunity hater is my point, I guess. As cringe as that sounds. I've given other devices crap for things that others would also call nitpicky still. I've said that the RG28XX is too small. That's the point. It's small. It has small buttons and a small D-pad. Those are similar to my complaints about the Pocket Air Mini. I've ripped on portable handhelds for not being pocketable before. It's funnier when they have pocket in the name and can't fit in most pockets. But I have also said a lot of good stuff. and the good stuff is always at the top of these posts, so I really do have to assume they just don't read past the title. These might seem like small issues, but they're things that customers genuinely care about. If you were present for my unboxing livestream, a few people were actually concerned that the button size might be too small, worried that they'll press multiple buttons at once. The stick size being too short and with small caps actually kills this as being a shooter device for people who are like me, who play competitive shooters on controller. Wow, I've been talking a lot about humiliation kinks. Playing a competitive shooter with a controller's gotta be up there. But if you didn't know, because of science, the longer a controller's stick is, the more range of movement you have and the more control you have, you're better able to micro adjust your inputs, giving you, finer control over your aim than you would with shorter sticks. When I play shooters with short sticks, I play on a 3 or 4 out of 10. When I have stick extenders like FPS Freaks, I play on a 7 or 8, and it feels just as normal as 4 does to me. I've also given the RP3 Plus crap for small buttons and small sticks too. The difference is, these people didn't watch those videos. It's more acceptable to them that I'm a shill or Ayn throat goat than it is for them to think that their perfect INEO would make something not perfect. Because an attack on their fave company is an attack on their taste, sensibilities, and all of that. To them, for me to be right would mean that they would have to be wrong, and you guys, it's not that black and white. This is still just preference. I still really like the Pocket Air Mini, and I've been using it to play a ton of Vampire Survivors and a couple of retro games, mostly Vampire Survivors. It's hard to beat how quickly you can get in and out of that game. I wish the runs were shorter. The buttons are small. Doesn't matter for me because I mostly play RPGs. The sticks are small. So what? I'm not playing shooters on it. I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege on my PC or Call of Duty on my PC. Not really playing those on that. It's just still something that you bring up because it's not ideal for some folks. Like Russ says, we all have different hands. I've said a lot of good about the Pocket Air Mini, and choosing the negative only to vilify me is disingenuous. Anyway, I guess I know why people put review numbers on the end of everything nowadays. Some people can't handle the nuance of I can like a thing and still have issues with it. Also, INEO has problems. If they didn't, the CEO wouldn't be trying to fix them right now. Brand loyalty, though, is stupid in general. I would hope no one would be loyal to a brand because they would never be loyal to you. Any decision they make is to maximize profits, not maximizing customer happiness. It just so happens that sometimes you make more money when you make customers happy. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to tip your Overlord. I take likes, subs, and gamer funk so thick it gives me a sore throat. Also, members, thanks to them, I can continue to refuse Ayn's constant offers to pay me to talk trash about other companies. It's not even like emails or anything, like they're sending letters to my house. I don't know how they got my address. I don't even have an Ayn device. If you become a member, you get emotes you can use in the comments or in stream chats. You also get your name read aloud in the credits, so bonus thank you to Dragon Fanatic, AstroPixie YT, Linky, and Willie P. I'll see. Oh, damn it. The time. I'm late to my session with Tiffany. She's supposed to spit on me today. I gotta go. Bye.